In… in South, there was a king called Krishna Devaraya. You heard of him? Not very famous here? You have. And he also had not a minister but a jester, Tenali Ramakrishna. You heard of him? Oh, okay. Are there Andhra people? Telugu people? Okay, okay. Tenali nunchi vachinara? Ledu. Okay. Recently in United States, I met a doctor whose second name is Tenali. I was immediately excited about this. I thought, "You're from Tenali?" I asked. He said, "Yes, my village is Tenali." Then I was joking to him about Ramakrishna, but the unfortunate thing was he had never heard about Tenali Ramakrishna and he did not know that he came from his village. Maybe he went to United States too early. Anyway, one day Krishna Devaraya was having a haircut. The royal barber was giving him a haircut. He was civilized, not… And a crow came and sat there and started doing its usual caca. The barber stopped the haircut with arresting attention, just started listening to the crow. Krishna Devaraya looked at him and said, "What is this? What are you listening to the crow? As if you can understand what the crow is saying." He said, "Wait, Your Majesty, wait, he has a message." And very carefully heard it for a long time and then shook his head. Krishna Devaraya became very curious. "What is this? You understand the crows?" "Yes." "What is he saying?" "Your Majesty, this crow has come as a messenger of your forefathers from heaven. And what he is saying is that they are in heaven and uncared for. Above all, there is nobody to entertain them. There is nobody to keep them happy. They are there, everything is physically taken care of, but there is nobody to entertain them. So they're really longing for some help from you. That's why they've sent this crow as a messenger. We must send somebody to heaven to entertain your forefathers. How can we leave them like that unentertained? Your forefathers." Krishna Devaraya immediately became very emotional. My forefathers are bored and suffering because of lack of attention and entertainment? I must send the best entertainment. So let's see who is the best dancer, who is the best musician, who is the best whatever, all this. Then a few other courtiers arrived and all of them said, "Oh, Your Majesty, if you are willing, I am willing to go, but I can't sing for nuts. But if you want me to go and serve your forefathers, I will go to heaven and serve right now." Like this they built it up. But then they said, "No, for your forefathers, we must send the best of the best." How can we send? A musician, how long can he entertain you? If you hear him for 2 days, you finish with him. If you send a dancer, how long? If you see him for a few days, you're finished with him. We must send somebody who can keep them continuously entertained. Who better than Tenali Ramakrishna? He can keep your forefathers forever entertained because he's so ingenious. He is the best guy. Krishna Devaraya also agreed, there is nobody like Tenali Ramakrishna. He is the best entertainment. I wouldn't like to part with him, but my forefathers, He was in emotion. He said, yes, we will send Tenali Ramakrishna. Then Tenali Ramakrishna was called and he heard the story as to how he should go to heaven to serve the forefathers. Immediately he took on the act. Oh, Your Majesty, I am more than willing. This is such a honor, I am going. I also know this whole thing, how to go. The barber had also received instructions as to how to send a man to heaven. The crow instructed how to send a man to heaven. They said, you must make the man sitting facing south, and then you must get lot of sandalwood, camphor and ghee. The heap should raise well above an elephant, a full-grown elephant, and it should be only sandalwood, pure ghee and camphor. And keep the man inside, build this whole heap and then set fire to it. As it goes, this fire should burn for a minimum of 3 days, and then the man will evaporate and go to heaven and serve the forefathers. Tenali Ramakrishna said, this is the correct method, this is the best way. I will go and serve your forefathers. It is just that, let me make the preparation. I want to purify my body and my mind and everything before I go there. I want to take off all the doshas in me. Give me just 30 days' time. A grand site was prepared, a huge thing going on. Tenali Ramakrishna personally went and supervised the whole process. And he only set up this whole thing with his trusted labor. He created the whole site the way he wants it. Krishna-deva-Raya was moved with Tenali Ramakrishna's dedication towards his forefathers that he is willing to go to heaven. The day came and Tenali Ramakrishna went into a haystack first, and then over that this whole hill of wood and ghee and camphor was built and then set fire. 3 days it was kept burning. After 3 days, nothing but ashes were there. Tenali Ramakrishna disappeared. Many months passed, Krishna-deva-Raya wondered what is happening to his forefathers because the damn crow did not come again and tell what is happening. Every day when the crows came, he asked the barber, what are they saying, what are they saying? This is not the crow, this is just an ordinary crow, not the messenger crow. After 8 months, one day, when Krishna-deva-Raya was in the full assembly of the court, Tenali Rama arrived with long hair and a long beard. And he bowed down to Krishna-deva-Raya, and Krishna-deva-Raya was overjoyed that Tenali Rama has come back from heaven. And he said, what is happening? Are my forefathers well? Did you keep them happy? I kept them very happy, they have been splitting in their sides with my jokes, they're really enjoying everything. It is just that they have one problem, Your Majesty. What is that? He said, there are no barbers in heaven. Look at me. Even I couldn't have a shave. And your forefathers for so many years, they're tripping on their own beards. It's become really difficult that they're carrying long beards around their neck and they're really having a problem. They need a good barber. We must send the best barber. Of course, the best one is the royal one. Krishna-deva-Raya immediately said, I will send my personal barber. The barber quaked. Then he came and fell at Krishna-deva-Raya's feet and admitted, I did this horrible thing. Why I'm saying this to you is, once you're identified with something, your perception gets so distorted. From the day you are born, to increase your identity with your family, your parents have been campaigning, how you belong to them and what. To increase your loyalty to your community and caste and creed and religion, other people have been campaigning. To increase your loyalty and you're even willing to die for your country, some other people are campaigning. On different levels, people are constantly campaigning to ensure that you're deeply, deeply identified with something so that you will serve those purposes. Nobody wants you to be a liberated human being because they're afraid of freedom. They believe that if one is free, he may do irresponsible things. Only because one is not free, he does irresponsible things. If one is truly free, why will he do anything irresponsible? Why will he do anything harmful? He is not free in his mind, that is why he does desperate things, isn't it? He is too identified with himself and nothing else, so he can harm somebody else. If he is not even identified with this one, there is no harm coming out of such a human being. It cannot come out of him. So because of these campaigns, you get so identified and everything gets distorted. We can run a campaign to make you believe just about anything, I want you to know this. If we campaign hard enough, we can make you worship anything, we can make you hate anything, we can make you love anything, we can make you give up your life for anything. It is just that we have to work on your identification. How strong is your identity? That is how much you go, isn't it? Once your intellect is identified, mind is no more a harmonious circus, it's a mess of a circus.